Hello, I'm Damien Jones from H&H Classics, and welcome to a brief overview of the 130 plus motor cars we've got going under the hammer, at the Imperial War Museum, Duxford, on Wednesday, June the 14th. We have, as ever, been gifted a large number of very interesting cars for this sale. Sellers have been very generous with what we've been asked to offer. The star car, the cover car, is the 1936 SS Jaguar 100. Now that model really was the one that began the modern day Jaguar design language. It's so low slung, so lithe, you can see the spirit of that design echoed in the XK120 and the E-Type, and it also was the first model to achieve significant competition success for Jaguar. So the car that we have on offer, although it's a privateer machine, it was bought new by Jack Harrop, who had achieved some good results with MG and Chrysler rally cars, and he actually used the SS100 to win the 1937 RAC rally. In fact, so impressed with the works team that they invited him back to contest the 1938 RAC rally in one of their works cars, and he won that event as well. So a very capable driver. Remarkably, despite its early competition usage, the Jaguar has survived very intact. So it is the original engine, the original chassis, some of the original body framing, the original body except for the wings. It's been meticulously restored over a 10-year period, and it is a truly exceptional example both in condition and history. In terms of other other rally cars in the auction, we have the Ford Puma that's next to me, and that was 2001 Ford Puma S100 Works rally car. Now that was for competing in the JWRC, the forerunner for the junior category to the WRC. The JWRC was made most famous by Sebastian Loeb, the most successful rally driver of all time. That's where he cut his teeth. The Puma that we have is a genuine works machine, and the vendors very kindly allowed us to drive it. We have in the past been fortunate enough to drive full WRC works machines, and I can tell you that the Puma doesn't feel like something that is 1/7 the cost. So guide price on the Puma is 60 to 80,000. You need to be spending about 7 times that amount for a works WRC car. You would not feel shortchanged in the Puma. It is a magnificent thing. Really alive, encouraging a sort of banzai driving style. It's a proper works car, so you have the Borum 3-digit code on many of the panels. So it's a very authentic, correct machine, and something that I have no doubt will increase in value over time. We've been asked to sell a wonderful cross-section of Bentleys. Arguably the most instantly recognizable is the Captain McLeod Bentley S2 Continental. Now that car started life as an H.J. Molyneux bodied machine, but Captain McLeod had very distinct visions of how his car should be presented, and often ended up looking a little bit like bobtail cats, but that was true to his driving ethos. So the S2 Continental that we've been asked to sell was modified in period for him and to his instructions by FLMP Panelcraft. So that was nicely done and has survived ever since. It's a book that's appeared in it's a car that's appeared in countless Mark books. So that's an instantly recognizable car coming from a good home. We also have a Bentley S1 James Young 2-door coupe, one of a large, low number body to that design, nicely presented, so and a rather more affordable. There's a plethora of S1 and S2 cars in the sale, as well as R-types, and a Bentley Arnage in there with a rare factory sunroof. So a great cross-section of Bentleys, a couple of very nice Rolls-Royces in the sale, some very striking pre-war and post-war American cars, the jewel of which is the Packard Standard 8 Roadster. And really just an embarrassment of riches in terms of what's been consigned. So we've got a 1915 Lancia Theta hydroplane runabout. That was a car that began life in America, bodied over there. Again, it's very original. And Vincenzo Lancia, really the engineer's engineer, if you like, a more capable engineer than Enzo Ferrari. Not so good at managing people, but that was, again, a high-performance sports car for its day. Speaking of Enzo Ferrari, we've got one of the 154 UK supplied Ferrari 308 GTB Vetroresina cars. Again, that has had a lot of recent work. Given where 206 and 246 Dino prices have been going recently, there's been renewed interest in the Vetroresina cars, so that one is very much worth a look at. We've got no fewer than 4 pre-war Lagondas in the sale. We've got one of the very earliest V12s extant. We've got a 2-litre supercharged car. It's lost its supercharger, but was built with one originally, but that is coming from very long-term family ownership. We've got a 3-litre Tourer. And we've got an M45. The M45 was upgraded by the factory with a more powerful Sanction 4 LG6 engine. A more recent owner has fitted an Alvis 4.3-litre all-synchromesh gearbox to it, so it's a real driver's car. I mean, an M45 is anyway, but this is an M45++ from that point of view. The body it carries is by Peter Wenman, the late Peter Wenman, and is an accurate facsimile of a T8 Tourer. The other end of the spectrum, and speaking about accurate facsimiles, we've got a 2006 LMP Engineering Can-Am M1C. Now that was LMP Engineering's homage to the McLaren M1C Can-Am cars. It was fabricated using a lot of CAD-CAM technology. It's a very, very accurate reproduction to the point where the bodywork is interchangeable with an original car. That's one that the vendor has had developed for him and co-driven with Steve Hart of Steve Hart Racing, and they've had some great results in South Africa against Ford GT40 and Lola T70 opposition. It's the kind of thing that you could run in Histo Cup, YTCC, and Bernie's V8s, and essentially it's a giant go-kart with 450 brake horsepower, so a lot of fun to be had there. We have a wonderful cross-section of fast road cars in this sale. There are over 30 entries in the fast road section. For many, one of the prettiest will be the 2017 Alfa Romeo 4C. Now, it's understood that only 298 4C coupes made it to the UK as UK-supplied cars. This particular example is warranted to have done 16,500 miles from new. It comes with the desirable factory racing pack. It's in special order, Competizione Red. It's a lovely looking thing and a real modern classic. There are, at the other end of the spectrum really for fast road cars, a couple of Minis, a Mini Cooper S and a 1275 GT rally car. There's some Caterhams, there's some Porsche Caymans, both S models, and both representing incredible value for money. I mean, they really do offer nigh on 911 performance for a fraction of the cost and are arguably a more dynamically best balanced, better driving car. So it is a wonderful cross-section of vehicles, and again, very grateful to our clients for entrusting us with them, and very grateful to my colleagues in the car department, James McWilliam, Julian Pinkster, Andreas Hicks, and Paul Cheetham, for all the effort, time and trouble they put together to assemble the catalogue. I hope you agree it's a fascinating one. I mean, I've been in this industry for over 25 years now, and we've put together a sale that I would like to attend regardless of who was putting it on. We are open for public view on Tuesday the 13th from 12 until 6. Doors will open on sale day from 9 o'clock onwards, and the auction will start at 1 p.m. If you're not able to make the preview day or the sale day for any reason, please don't hesitate to contact us. There's a lot of we can do for you, a lot of extra services. So we can do walk around videos on the car. We can have you on the telephone and you can ask us whatever questions you want and we'll do our best to answer them. We're quite happy to go through history files. We can copy and redact documents. We can tell you what's there. We can tot up bills, all that sort of thing. If you're interested in buying something but not quite sure what to do if you buy it, we can speak to our transport partners, EM Rogers, and get quotes for onward delivery to your home or a garage. If you want to send your own mechanic or engineer down, that is possible subject to the vendor's permission and all that sort of thing. So we'll do our best to accommodate any inspections on that basis. So really try and make you as comfortable as possible with the bidding process, bidding itself, and hopefully purchasing. Of course, we prefer you to come to Duxford, I mean, it's Europe's biggest aviation centre. It's got a magnificent atmosphere. I think we've got some truly wonderful cars, and it's just a great fun day out. We enjoy the sales, we know our clients do, so if you can make it to Duxford, we'd love to see you there.